What's up, world? It's your girl, Sherryl Pearl, here to discuss the episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 3. And the title of this episode is called Chin Check. Well, first of all, I just want y'all to know I got something to say, and goddamn it, I'ma say it. Okay? So the episode immediately starts off with newbie Angel talking to her husband. Currently they are renting a home, but I guess they're looking to purchase in Potomac. So it's a really short clip, but she's just saying, what are we looking for? 5, 6, 7? And her husband's like, million? Damn. So my thoughts on that real quick is that one thing Bravo is good at is putting your dimensions, square footage, how many rooms, and price down at the bottom of the screen. So if you ain't nowhere near that 7, I'ma just say they probably gonna be calling cap on you. But we know it's your first year, honey. And you gotta try to make yourself seem like you so beyond. All the newbies do it. Well, most of them, 99% of them. But go off, girl. And just so we clear, everything that I say is alleged and strictly my opinion because I don't want that smoke. Okay. So the next scene goes to Ashley. She's at like a fitness type place, cycle, yoga type. Spin Strength Yoga is the name on the building. And we know that cutie Ashley is into working out. She basically says that this is a stress reliever, post divorce. But you can look at Ashley's shape and tell that she's been working out and she's into fitness. And I think since um, the show started, she's always been into yoga and everything. But she looks good. So I like Ashley. Go get your workout on. That's something that I tap into to even get myself together. So hey, it's a good stress reliever. The next episode is Stacy, her bestie AJ, Sasha, a former Miss DC, teaching her daughter walking etiquette and posing for some type of third grade ceremony. I guess Miss Third Grade. I think it's a little bit over the top, but that's what we're here for. Um, Stacy basically gets up and shows her daughter how it's done. Stacy looked like she no more than 110 pounds soaking wet, but Miss DC was thick, 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 thick. So let's just let her stick with the professionals, Stacy. I don't know how much walking is done on the shopping network, but let's just stick to the professionals. So immediately she calls her husband and she shows him on FaceTime Ariella walking. She has on the crown and the sash of Miss Columbia. And basically says she's, just showing the husband the progress. But she also notes that her husband and her, they don't know what they're doing. Do you get remarried after you got a divorce? Or she don't know what to call it, and she don't know what to tell her daughter. Well, I don't think you got to tell your daughter anything because I think your daughter knows. If he is at the house and y'all in the same bedroom and the door is closed, I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist, but whatever, discuss or move with your kids however you want to move with them. But I think kids are a lot smarter than what parents think. So girl, go get your man if that's what you want. The next thing, oh God, got on my nerves. Something terrible. I'm just gonna tell y'all. It was Wendy and Kiana. They met down at some the dock of the bay somewhere. I don't know, on a park bench. Wendy walks up in this lavender ill-fitted short set that I don't like. I know Wendy wanna be, let me give you fashion. I'm fashion couture girl, but girl, some of that stuff you have on to me is just plain ugly. I don't like it. I don't like how it fit on your body. It's like the shorts was all wad, flared out. You really, I know you got that little bump on the back, but it ain't really bumping that you could even feel that outfit out. So it just came across as ugly to me. I don't think it was flattering at all. So the meats and potatoes of this scene is that Kiana is feeling a certain way about Wendy friendship in front of the cameras and behind the scene. Like basically she's saying in front of the cameras, you my girl, we cool, la la la. But then, outside of the show, we not cool. And I'm gonna just say this as a woman. Sometimes you gotta take people for face value, baby. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. Wendy show up to go to work. You are her co-worker, honey. And if that's what it is, you're gonna have to take that and just pour into your girl Angel who you brought on the show or something. But Wendy don't ain't got a hell or heaven to put you in that she this high priest of a person that you need to be riding her coattail or feeling like the friendship is so whatever. I think a lot of these women on this show, other than like Ashley and Giselle, I think they cool, and maybe even Karen, but this is a job, honey. You getting paid, right? So I think this is a deflection from your boyfriend slash fiance slash ain't with him, moved out, got another place. I don't really know what's going on, to just have some beef. And to me, you need to be changing the narrative about you, because you're known as the hood fighter girl. You got in a beef that didn't even concern you last year or the year before. I don't, whatever, with Ashley friend, the little funny looking one. And it to me is just not that deep, and for you guys to sit down and you know what it is, and then you try to well, okay, I know what it is. Let me go, whatever. And y'all both giving each other the middle finger. Girlfriends don't do that. I mean, Wendy got, what Wendy, 40? Because she had a 40th party on here. You almost 40. And giving the middle finger and walking away with this fake, it just comes across as forced and fake. Like somebody said y'all had to show up to this scene and discuss. And I just, girl, moving on. I'm bored. So the next scene is an unlikely one that I thought was Stacy and the pretty brown girl from seasons past. Her name is Jazzy. She was with a football player, or yeah, he played for a football team, I believe the Chiefs or whatever. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Let me just put emphasis on that, because I hadn't seen her on the screen in a while, but that girl is just gorgeous to me. But anyway, she's discussing her wedding and the event that's coming up where Wendy, they called me. The first lady reached out to her, some type of horse and carriage buggy, horse races. I don't know. I'm just whatever. It's an event. So Jazzy's gonna be there. And so Stacy goes on to say, like, I haven't been a good friend, and I haven't been reaching out to you, and blah, 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 that we don't really care. But the meat and potatoes of this scene is that she goes on that if Giselle want to know so much about my love life, why she ain't talking about hers? And the name of the event was called Preakness, Preakness, and it's Black Eye Susan Day at Preakness. So just so we know what event that the girls are going to, and they're wearing like I call it like the Kentucky Derby type outfits with the little hats. They call them fascinators. So everybody's going to that, and they're meeting over at Kiana's house. So we're gonna uh flash forward to that. So the last scene pretty much starts with them meeting over at, you know what? I'm sorry. Rewind. We're gonna go back to Tia. I don't want to leave Tia out because she a newbie. But Tia, the next scene actually has Tia at home with her kids and her husband, and they're discussing like the duties of the house, and she's this big high uh I want to say like a big time realtor for really expensive homes. And her husband works at an office, and just the duties of the home. She has a 16-year-old, she has a 13-year-old, she has a set of twins that are younger. So um it just seems like they show the girls, which are beautiful. Then her and her husband go outside and they talk about, what's going on and who needs to do what. But it just seems kind of manufactured. We want to get into the meat and potatoes of your relationship. When the last time y'all got down? When was date night? How's your love life? How's the romance department? We don't want to hear that fluff stuff about what the kids should be making spaghetti and all that. We want to know what's going on with y'all. Are you still attracted to him? Is he still attracted to you? And that's pretty much. I ain't gonna go too in depth in that scene because it wasn't that much to discuss. But I do want to get to the last scene where everybody meets at Kiana's house before the event. So everybody comes in their little I call it Kentucky Derby outfits. Kiana's mother is there, as well as her boyfriend slash fiance. I don't know. He's there as well. So when the ladies come in, Stacy is the first to arrive, and Stacy sees Greg and said, "Oh, okay, you live here," and he's like, "Well, I'm here. I'm here, but this is her place and I still have my house, back and forth." And so of course, I'm peeping Stacy. Stacy is a one little shady thing. She didn't study this show, and go off, girl, because we always need somebody to come out of left field, because most people come in and they want to be up under Giselle. They want to vie for Giselle's attention. They want to be Giselle bestie because Je- Giselle is a lead anchor on this show. She a star. Her and Karen is the star. So you want to get in good with the star so you don't get too much hazing and feel like you got some level of protection. But Stacy, she going in like, hey, I'm gonna go, since they put me on the island, I'm gonna go in and make this island look good. So of course the confessionals are always shady. So she like, I don't know what's going on. But Stacy also tries to play oblivious with her shade. So it just makes it more entertaining for me. Then you have Wendy, Giselle. Giselle come in looking a hot ass mess. She ain't even have on a dress. She had on a two-piece rainbow suit. I don't know. I don't know if Giselle tried to rest on pretty and be like, I ain't got to do too much because look at this. And Giselle is attractive to me. That lady is 55 years old and she look good. Like the stovepipe legs and the neck, I never got that because I always just seen beauty when I look at her from her younger pictures to now. And again, she 55 years old, It's some young girls don't got it together like that. And it don't look like a lot of work was done. She's just naturally pretty. People need to stop hating. But she didn't look up the part in this scene. Wendy come in, dress nice or whatever. My side eyes on you, honey, because I'm gonna be looking at everything, counting, seeing what was, going back to the report, allegedly, but making sure, because now that this new information has come on about you, that's just how I'm gonna be looking at the show. I can not help it. It's big, you know. It's just my opinion, and it's alleged, but baby, I seen the report on TMZ and they pretty legit. And Harvey Levin is a lawyer, so I'm gonna just go with that. But anywho, the meat and potatoes of this scene is that they try to get the chin check remark that Kiana made trying to high post with Giselle when she had Giselle over last week with the chef for chicken salad. Um, it was just a bad choice of words. You know what I'm saying? But Kiana has to be mindful. See, Giselle been in this for a while. Once you season, you know how to pull stuff out of people without them knowing it's being pulled out. I had to chin check her. All she had to say is I had to have a conversation because that's my girl. You with me or you with Wendy. But that chin check does come off as aggressive. So that came back to this scene. And basically, they tried to get Giselle and Wendy to get some beef going between Angel and Kiana. Newbies. Well, Angel was the newbie. Kiana, I mean, you not seasoned as Giselle, season one. So you still learning. But Angel basically checked Wendy, and she also said something that I would agree with if it's true. She said that sometimes you can hear something and feel one way about it, and then you sleep on it, you like, it's not that deep no more. And Wendy kept trying to be like, well, wasn't you? Because you felt the way about her saying that. I hate when they try to beat a subject into the ground. Like, girl, as the viewers, we know what y'all trying to do. You trying to get them the beef. And it almost seemed like Kiana was falling for it, but they spent it around because they was beating it too hard that it became obvious. And so they was able to overcome. It was like, it won't happen no more. Kiana apologized to her friend. But what was funny to me is that the mama, if you look at the scene, the mama is at the end of the couch in the background, like ready to nuck if you buck. Like, mama. And Kiana has a beautiful mother, very nice looking lady, chocolate sister. I love it. And she just right there. I don't, I just look at her face and she looking around, but she looking like, huh. And then what's another weird part is Greg jumps up and was like, gives her some money for the races and tries to like stop the conversation. I guess that was his way. And anytime they show him, he looking at his phone. He looking like he don't want to be there, like what the real issue is, why she got that apartment. And maybe that is a reason where she could have some place to film other than his house that she was staying at. And he don't like all that drama. And most men don't. Most men do not like a lot of drama. They don't like all that arguing and cat. They don't. They don't. I got a husband and he don't. So I get it. So moving on from there, we get to the Sprinter van. And this is like the last scene of the show. And baby, when I tell you, the gaslighting immediately came from Stacy. So again, as I said previously, that she had a little nuck and buck with a girl, Ashley friend, and her name escapes me. On previous seasons, Kiana. Why Stacy bring that up? It's like, why do you want to have a problem with me every time we go around? She already didn't call her aggressive this season. And Kiana, you got to learn how to just woosah, okay? Because if you want to get and keep a job, you got to get that angry black woman, let me get ready to fight, uh, cliche that's on you, honey, because it's on you, you know. And Stacy is taking she's taking like a little bit of etiquette class because she's so sneaky with her stuff, but it's entertaining. It's very entertaining. So I'm here for the bull. So Stacey Best is like, well, I know I don't want you to chin check me, which that's something to set you off and get a good scene. You got to be mad for that, and I don't know if you mindful of that going throughout the show, honey, but just know they trying to gaslight you and they waiting for that rah girl to show up. But I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. I think the next episode we finally get Monique, who was previously on the show, and it's gonna be some stuff about her husband and Stacy or whatnot. I'm here for all of it. Can't wait to see. And I heard that they had the cameras up and they are doing some more taping. I don't know if we're gonna get Karen. I don't know if we're gonna get the Wendy story. I don't know, but I'm here for it all and I'm loving it. So if you like what I got to say, like, comment, and subscribe. I just new to YouTube and I got something to say, and god damn it, I'ma say it. Bye.